Emma Carson pulled into the gravel parking lot of Buddy's diner, her SUV settling with a soft crunch. The sun was dipping below the horizon, casting warm hues over the quiet countryside. After a long day teaching self-defense classes, the thought of a hot meal and a cup of coffee was all she needed to unwind. Inside, the diner's ambiance was cozy. Vinyl booths, warm lighting, and the smell of freshly brewed coffee. The regulars bantered with the staff, and the jukebox softly played a country tune. Emma slid onto a bar stool at the counter, nodding to Buddy, the owner. "Just coffee and the special," she said with a small smile. She wasn't just any self-defense instructor. Her past as a Marine had shaped her into the woman she was today. Discipline, resilience, and a keen awareness of her surroundings were second nature to her. The scars she bore, both visible and hidden, were reminders of the battles she had fought, on the battlefield and within herself. Buddy poured her coffee. "How's business, Emma?" he asked. "Steady. People are starting to see the importance of knowing how to protect themselves," she replied, wrapping her hands around the warm mug. But the peace didn't last long. The bell above the door jangled, and in stormed a group of loud, leather-clad bikers. Their jackets bore the emblem of a raven clutching iron talons. The Iron Talons, a notorious local gang. Their presence immediately disrupted the calm atmosphere. Patrons fell silent, nervously glancing at the gang. At the center was Mac Crusher Steele, burly, bearded, and radiating arrogance. His eyes scanned the room until they landed on Emma. The bikers' harassment begins. Emma remained composed, sipping her coffee as the bikers swaggered in. Her calm demeanor contrasted starkly with their loud, boisterous behavior. Mac sauntered over, a smug grin stretching across his face. Well, what do we have here?" Mac drawled, leaning on the counter next to her. "You lost, sweetheart?" Emma didn't flinch. "Just having dinner, like everyone else." The gang chuckled. "Dinner?" one of them sneered. "You look more like you're here to teach someone a lesson." "Maybe I am," Emma replied, her tone cool. Mac leaned in closer. "You've got a smart mouth. Don't you know it's dangerous to talk back to men like us?" The tension in the diner thickened. Regulars exchanged nervous glances but said nothing. Emma's mind was calm, assessing the situation, weighing her options. She knew confrontation was inevitable, but she had learned long ago that the key to survival was timing. Buddy cleared his throat, trying to ease the tension. "Mac, why don't you and the boys grab a table? First round of coffee is on me." Mac ignored him, his focus solely on Emma. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Emma," she answered simply. "Emma," he repeated, rolling the name on his tongue. "Pretty name for a tough girl. You think you're tougher than me?" Emma met his gaze without fear. "I think I don't need to prove anything to you." The bikers laughed, but there was an edge to it. Mac wasn't used to being dismissed. His ego bristled. The situation escalates. Lenny, one of the bikers, reached out to grab Emma's arm. "You look too tough for your own good," he said with a sneer. Emma's gaze sharpened. "Let go," she warned, her voice steady. Lenny ignored her, tightening his grip. With a swift, practiced movement, Emma flipped Lenny's arm, pinning it to the counter. He yelped in pain, the sound cutting through the diner like a knife. Gasps filled the room as the patrons watched in shock. "I said, let go," Emma repeated, releasing Lenny. He stumbled back, clutching his arm, his face red with humiliation. Mac's expression darkened. "You think you're tough?" he growled. "Let's see how tough you really are. Boys, teach her a lesson." The bikers circled Emma, their bravado returning. But Emma remained calm, her military training kicking in. She assessed the situation, calculating every move. Memories of past encounters flashed through her mind. Hostile territories, tense negotiations, and the ever-present danger that came with her service. Emma fights back. The first biker lunged. Emma sidestepped, grabbing his wrist and twisting it, forcing him to the ground. The second came at her with a wild swing, but she ducked and delivered a sharp elbow to his ribs, knocking the wind out of him. One by one, the bikers fell, each move executed with precision. Emma's agility and strength left the patrons in awe. She never overextended, never showed unnecessary aggression. Each action was controlled and deliberate. Finally, only Mac remained. His eyes flickered with uncertainty, but he charged anyway, roaring in anger. Emma easily sidestepped his attack, sweeping his legs out from under him. He hit the floor hard, groaning. She knelt beside him, her voice calm but firm. "It's over. Walk away." Bruised and defeated, Max struggled to his feet. He glared at Emma but knew better than to push further. "Let's go," he barked at his gang. They shuffled out of the diner, their swagger gone. The aftermath. The diner erupted in applause. Buddy grinned, wiping his hands on a towel. "You're something else, Emma." She shrugged, finishing her coffee. Just another day. As the biker's reputation crumbled, Emma's legend grew. She became a beacon of strength and resilience for the community. Expanded scenes, backstories, and dialogue. Adding depth to the story requires exploring Emma's backstory, the motivations of the Iron Talons, and the dynamics within the diner community. Each scene should be enriched with sensory details, internal monologues, and layered character interactions. Emma's backstory. Emma's time in the Marines was marked by both triumphs and hardships. Her decision to leave the military stemmed from a desire to build a quieter life, but the skills she acquired never left her. Flashbacks to pivotal moments in her service will provide context for her calm demeanor and tactical precision. The Iron Talons. The gang's history, internal conflicts, and Mac's need for dominance can be woven into the narrative. Exploring their interactions and motivations will add complexity to their characters. Diner community. The regulars and staff at Buddy's Diner each have their own stories. Introducing subplots and character arcs will create a richer, more immersive setting. By expanding these elements, the story can reach the desired word, count, while maintaining engagement and emotional resonance.